let's discuss about the build quality. As you are... Hey guys, and welcome back to Tech Solutions. My name is Abhishek, and today we are going to have a look at why we should be buying a used MacBook Pro rather than buying a new Windows laptop. So let's get started. So, what image do you get once you hear Apple? Definitely, it's costly, right? But well, I got this laptop for just 45,000. Well, you heard it right. I got this laptop for just 45,000. How did I get it? I just got it from a local OLX seller. You can also try it in metropolitan cities or some other local sellers. You might definitely get one. Now, let's break this video into pros and cons. Firstly, let's discuss about the build quality. As you all guys know, every single Apple laptop ships with aluminium body, and that makes the laptop looks completely professional and sturdy. Also, make sure using aluminium might increase a few pounds of weight in your bag. But well, if you are getting a performance with that, I guess it's okay to carry that. Secondly, let's talk about the ports that Apple offers. I know that recently Apple has ditched up all the USB ports and the SD card port as well. But hey, once you look into the mid-2015 laptops or the earlier versions of it, they are still powerful and offer you every port that is. The one which we are able to see here is the MacBook Pro 2015 Mid edition, where this is able to have all the USB ports, Thunderbolt port as well as the HDMI output. Well, if you are planning to buy a used MacBook Pro, then definitely do have a look at this laptop. This might save you a lot of money. Now, let's talk about the screen quality. All the premium Apple laptops ships with Retina displays. Retina display does not only offer 1080p content viewing, but it has 2K resolution, which pushes super accurate contrast, super accurate saturations, which makes your image look more vivid and more attracting. If you are a content creator, you should be definitely looking at this laptop for your next buy. Now let's move on to the keyboard. Well, as you all guys know that all the latest MacBook Pros are shipping with defective keyboards, but this particular model you get lucky. This model has the old generation keyboard, which help you not just only to ignore the problems that current MacBook Pros are facing, but also in order to have longer life than the existing MacBook Pros. The keys are completely comfortable in order to type. It has enough travel space, and also for the benefit, it comes with backlight so that you can all post those classy images on your Instagram handle. Well, let's talk about the battery now. Who would like the laptop which has amazing performance but has only 2 to 3 hours of battery backup? No one would buy it. But well, Apple has got your back here. Apple has worked really hard in order to get the performance as well as the battery backup into a next level. Whereas the laptop easily tends to stay 6 to 7 hours when you are using it in high performance. If you are just a content writer or a content consumer, then trust me, this laptop will easily give you 8 to 9 hours of backup in a stretch. Also, the Apple ships really good quality charger along with your MacBook, so that it can easily recharge the MacBook in just 2.5 hours. So you just recharge it for 2.5 hours and you are ready for the next 8 hours of content creation or content viewing. So the current MacBook Pro which we are having in our studio has 2.2 GHz of Core i7 processor, coupled with 16GB of 1600 MHz RAM, also 256 GB of SSD, and Intel Iris Pro 1.5 GB of graphics in it. Now let's talk about the touchpad. Well, you don't really look into touchpads when you are buying a Windows laptop, but when you buy a MacBook Pro, you definitely need to check the touchpad. It is so amazing that it has 1 finger, 2, 3, 4, 5 gestures, which can make your work more easier and more efficient. That's not over it. It also has the touchpad covered with completely glass, which help you to navigate around very easily even if you're having sticky hands. So in order to move one step higher, Apple took a revolutionary change by adding the Force Touch feature to their touchpad. So what exactly it is you just don't have to move from one end to another end in order to just click a button. Just where you are, just click there and it works exactly the same as you are touching a manual button. What is the most satisfaction thing after you use your laptop for 4 to 5 years? Well, you put it for a sale and you're still able to retain 50 to 70% amount of which you had put on the laptop for before 4 to 5 years. Well, that's right guys, Apple MacBooks are really costly to buy new one. Well, there are a lot of people who try to find a lot cheaper MacBook Pros so that they can get their works done. Why people tend to find the used laptop? Well, MacBooks are really powerful just because of the Mac OS, and that's the reason why people tend to buy existing used laptop, because they can easily get their existing work done without any problems. Now, let's come to the most important part of the laptop, that is performance. Well, MacBooks are shipped with Mac OS, which are optimized to such an extent that a laptop which is using i7 4th generation is able to run nearly 11 to 12 tasks in the background without even a single lag. For my personal use, I was able to run Android Studio, Android Emulator, Google Chrome with 13 to 14 tabs open, YouTube running, WhatsApp running, along with Xcode and iOS Simulator running in the background, and still I did not face a single lag. Well, that's the power of the Mac OS, which only ships with MacBooks. But hey, you also have the ability in order to put the Mac OS and make your existing machine a name called as Hackintosh. But a Hackintosh does not deliver you a true potential as the Apple MacBook does. The laptop easily handles 4K editing. Yes guys, the laptop which was manufactured in 2015 still is able to handle 4K footages completely butter smooth. I was able to render cinematic videos on this laptop which was rendered in 4K in just 7 to 8 minutes. Well, that is really good performance which delivered by this laptop. Well, you also might be wondering, if the laptop is running 10 to 11 tasks in the background, what about the heat does it produce? But surprisingly, Apple has also worked with the efficient cooling system. According to my normal usage, the laptop was easily about 75 to 80 degrees where the fans weren't turned on yet. Well, it also makes sure that you don't hear the sound of the fans in order to get your work disturbed. But when you're rendering the footages, it will definitely disturb your peace of time by cooling the system down by using the fans. The last pros in our list to buy a used MacBook is because of the glowing logo. Well, you might be wondering, what does a glowing logo will make into a list of pros, right? Well, we recently had an article of Apple where they tried to completely change the display just because the customer had turned down this display to completely zero, where the older laptops had the glowing logo, where just in case if you push up a flashlight through the glowing logo, will easily show you what is the problem, whether it's a screen problem, whether it's a display light problem, or whether it's your motherboard problem. That would definitely reflect and make your laptop an easy way in order to understand the problem, rather than going into the Apple and changing everything up and getting your pocket empty. I know it's too much for the pros, but hey, every laptop doesn't come with all the pros, right? This laptop has also cons. The major con of this laptop, I would feel, is the price. Every single MacBooks are really costly. The starting lineups of the MacBook Air will easily cost you like 70k, and these MacBook Pros will easily cost you from 1.5 to 2.3 lakhs. Well, that is really costly, and that's the reason why we are making this video, so that you can make a better decision. Rather than buying a new laptop, why don't you just go for a used one, which can definitely help you to get most of the tasks done. To all the gamers out there, the next one is definitely going to make you disappointment. Apple MacBooks were designed for professional works where it cannot handle any single games. Even though I tried this laptop with Boot Camp installed, but it wasn't able to handle a game which was developed in 2014. I tried to install few of the normal basic games. You will able to play all these games, but in very low frames per second. I was able to get like 20 to 25 frames per second on the Need for Speed The Run. I know it's completely disappointment, but hey, that's how it is. The most disgusting thing about this MacBook, I feel, is no upgradability. Yes guys, the only upgradability that I have on this laptop is the SSD. But unfortunately, the upgradability on the current MacBook device is completely impossible. You cannot change the RAM, you cannot increase the SSD, you cannot swap anything. It's completely damn bad. But hey, there are some previous laptops where you can exchange the SSDs to higher level, But please don't expect RAMs to be changed because they are completely soldered into the existing motherboard, which makes this laptop really bad in upgradability, which becomes the major con of this laptop. Now, the last con that we have is the repair cost. I know laptops get damaged, especially when you're buying a used laptops. There are a lot of chances that your parts might get damaged. But the latest MacBooks and the existing MacBooks which are available in the market are really costly to repair. The latest MacBook having the FlexGate issue, the keyboard issue, will definitely cost you a fortune in order to repair. The FlexGate issue was just a $4 mistake that Apple made, but eventually you have to pay $400 in order to get that repaired, which is not even covered in the repair program. Just in case if you have a broken keyboard, you have to completely change the outer part of the MacBook, and that makes up to one of the con on the Apple laptops. So that's it for the video, guys. I hope you liked it. I hope you can make a better decision now in order to buy Windows or Apple. Well, also let me tell you, I'm not at all an Apple fan, guys. I still hate Apple because of all those cons. But hey, if Apple is delivering something better, I definitely throw it out to you guys. That's pretty much it for the video, guys. I hope you liked it. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, please do hit them in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you around. Bye bye now.